If you wake up every morning exhausted and the first thought in your head is, I can't live like this anymore because every day feels like survival mode, this video is for you. Inside, you will find out why you got stuck in this never-ending grind, how to break free and start feeling alive and actually be excited every morning for your life. Keep watching. Let me guess, you are high performer, high achiever, big goals, you're always reliable, you're always strong. Everyone comes to you for help because they know you can handle things. But what you're not saying out loud to yourself and to everyone else is that you're feeling stretched so thin and life feels heavy, like a burden. It looks like a checklist of all have-tos, must-dos. Where's the fun in that? And you probably have tried time management, sleeping more, squeezing in vacation, load on those vitamins and supplements, maybe even learn to say no in some situations, and it worked for a short period of time. And then the moment you release that control, everything else goes to status quo. You feel burnt out, you feel exhausted, and it's never ending cycle. You know why? Because the problem why you end up in this situation over and over again is not outside. Those things that you try to manage outside, they do help, but it's like a band-aid on a deep wound. It doesn't cure the core. It doesn't heal the wound because the real problem is inside of you. And I know what I'm talking about because as a certified life coach, I've coached hundreds of people who are in the same situation as you are right now. But most importantly, my experience comes from my own pain, from my own journey, because I was where you are today. I used to wake up dreading my mornings, dreading my days, and praying to God that it's going to be an easier day. On weekends, I would sleep 12 hours and still feel exhausted. And I kept blaming myself and feeling guilty, asking why I cannot keep up while everyone else is doing it and I am breaking down. I'm always stressed. After being stressed for such prolonged time, I got very sick. I got diagnosed with a serious illness, and that was the turning point for me. Either I change my life now or I'm going downhill where my health is irreversible. And for the first time in my life, I asked myself honest question. How do I want my life to look? Because it was always on autopilot. You know, you get career, you get kids, you get family, you do the errands, you be perfect. And then, you know, you end up being in this situation where you're burnt, exhausted, and nothing brings you joy. So I ask myself, what do I want? How do I want my life to look? And how to do it? And I realized I want to be a go-getter. I want to be a high achiever. I want to have time to spend with my friends and family and have fun. And I want to do everything with ease without feeling guilty where I have to work or pushing all-nighters and being stressed. I want to get from point A to point B feeling happy and energized. So I started exploring how to do it because in our contemporary society, being under pressure, pulling all-nighters is a good thing, which is not good thing for health. And I figured out that no matter what happened in my life, sceneries changed, work changed, lifestyle, where I lived, relationships, but one thing remained constant. I would always push myself into that state where I'm stressed, exhausted, burnt out, and getting very sick. That told me that nothing from the outside matters. The problem is within me. I need to change who I am. Something inside of me, some internal habits and patterns are driving that. That's how I changed my life. And I created this method that I personally use to transform my life. And I'm helping hundreds of other clients do the same. And it's so simple. Not always easy, but simple. You just find out what patterns, what habits that are inside of you are driving you to that state. And then rewrite them by using practical exercises to habits that actually work for you, that make your life easier, that make your life the way you want it. I mentioned how I wanted it, but maybe you want something else. And that's how we will rewire your brain, because our brain is neuroplastic. What it means is that you can change neural connections by acting differently. So tomorrow you will be a different person from who you are today. People don't change, they say. Wrong. People do change because our brain changes. And I must say that when I started working on myself and implementing those new habits, first of all, of course, I got my energy back. I started feeling more excited. I got energy to dream, to act, to be more productive without burnout, without pushing myself, without doing more. But the miracle part was that my life changed 180. The moment I started working on that, I met the life of my life and we still together. Then I left my corporate job that was draining me, and I bought a one-way ticket to Bali, which was always my dream. I lived there, then I traveled around the world for a few more years, and then I settled in Australia with the love of my life. And I keep living that life that I love, where I do get to achieve my goals. I do get to dream big, and I am a huge dreamer and a huge achiever, and it's important to me. But without stress, without killing yourself and pushing yourself, but actually enjoying yourself, because those internal programs are like GPS in your system. Let's say you want to get on the car from point A to point B, and you want to enjoy the ride. You want to see the scenery, stop overnight at bed and breakfast, have nice coffee in the morning, watch the sunrise or the sunset, and get to point B where your dreams and goals are. Nice, refreshed, excited, enjoying the journey. What the internal GPS does, that's why you're burnt out and stressed and exhausted. It says, no, 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 we're going the hardest route, the fastest route. You're not gonna sleep, you're gonna be pulling all-nighters, and by the end, you do get to the same point, but you're exhausted, you did not enjoy the journey, you're feeling sick, you don't want anything in life anymore because you're not even happy for your achievements because it feels so hard and empty. You'll be happy for 5 minutes, and then you set new goal and you embark on the same journey because your GPS will be taking you there through hell. If you're ready to stop living in survival mode, to stop waking up exhausted and powering through the day on sheer willpower and then repeating this cycle over and over again, if you're ready to start enjoying your life, to wake up excited for your life and energized, then I invite you to my personal guided work, where in 5 weeks, you and I will be uncovering those patterns that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you in this painful grind of stress and pressure, and change them through practical exercise to the habits that actually work for you. You will understand what type of life you want to have, how you want your life to look, and we will create your internal habits and patterns that will facilitate the creation of that life. And my method will save you years and years of therapy because it's a result-based practice. And I have hundreds of clients who have been with me, who have changed their life, and I am the perfect example of that as well. You will start waking up energized every morning, excited about your life. It will be easy for you to manage work and life and personal life, all areas of the life without feeling guilty and sacrifices. You'll be able to easily manage stressors that life throws at you because you are equipped with the programs that don't push you in the fight or flight mode, but actually help you solve the problem effectively. And most importantly, you will be inspired and excited about your life, about creating the life that you really, really, really want. You have a choice. Keep surviving on willpower and risk sinking even deeper, or start living today. If you are ready for fast, reliable results, if you want to start living, not just surviving, then text me the word life and I will send you all of the details and sign you up for our free discovery session where you will share your problems with me and I will create a plan how to turn your life around in just 5 weeks. If you want quick, fast, reliable results, if you want to start living exciting and passionate life right now, text me the word life.